Wow, that was just pathetic. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Heads Up Videocast. Here, recapping last night's game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers as the Phillies lose 10-0 to the Brewers. Are you kidding me, man? And we come out and win the first game of the series 12-0. You follow up with this performance. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. I mean, this was just embarrassing, ladies and gentlemen. This was just embarrassing. I don't even think I need even to say that. I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory, right? You come out in the first game of the series, like I said, and push across 12 runs on the board. You shut out your opponent 12-0, and then you follow up by having a game where you lose 10-0. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, that's the 2021 Phillies for you, ladies and gentlemen. Totally inconsistent, and I am just beyond tired of the bad Aaron Nola. I'm sick of giving this guy excuses. I'm tired of trying to vouch for this guy. I think it's time to just, admit this guy is just not that great. I mean, he's just not, right? I mean, I hate to say that. I just think he was figured out. I mean, there's just no question about it. I mean, his stuff is just so hot and cold. I feel like sometimes when he's on. There's no question about that. He's absolutely dominating starts. And sometimes he just has these starts where it's absolutely terrible. It's either black or white. There's no gray with Aaron Nola. I've talked about that before, and this stuff was just catching way too much of the play last night. He didn't look comfortable. He looked tense, right? A tense Aaron Nola is a bad Aaron Nola, right? I can't think of any, athlete of any kind who look tense out there, and you expect the guy to succeed. When you look tense out there, you're usually not going to do so well. And, Aaron Nola just did look himself last night. But honestly, did he look himself? Because it just seems like this has been himself these past couple seasons. I mean, since 2018. Last year wasn't, terrible by any stretch. I mean, last year was decent for him. That was a 60-game season, though. So, you're going to go and combine 2019, 2020, 2021. Now, that's a different story. So you jump into the scoring summary here in the bottom of the third inning. Eduardo Escobar hits a ground rule double on a fly ball down the left field line, and it bounces it over into foul territory. Eric Launer and Colton Wong comes around to score, as it's now 2-0 Milwaukee here in the bottom of the third inning. So Aaron Nola surrenders a ground rule double to Eduardo Escobar, the former Arizona Diamondback. So it's 2-0 Brewers, and we pick it up same inning. Christian Yelich, who actually didn't have a bad first game of the series against the Phillies, as he continues to kill the Phillies, as he singles on a sharp ground ball to center field. Eduardo Escobar comes around to score from second base, and it's now 3-0 Milwaukee. Christian Yelich, the 2018 NL MVP, coming up big right there for the Brewers. So it's now 3-0. And we pick it up bottom of the sixth inning. Eric Launer, he walks with the bases loaded. I mean, that was surrendered by Ramon Rosso. And it goes back to Joe Girardi again. Why are you bringing in Ramon Rosso in this game? I mean, this guy just doesn't have the stuff, especially when plenty of other names are available. Why are you giving the ball to Ramon Rosso against a first-place Milwaukee Brewers team that has totally run away with the NL Central? Why are you handing the ball to Ramon Rosso? And this guy is just terrible. What do you expect? As he does walk Eric Launer with the bases loaded, and Luis Arias comes around to score, as it's now 4-0 Brewers. So excellent job right there by Ramon Rosso, and excellent job right there by Joe Girardi. And we pick it up there in the same inning. Colton Wong singles on a line drive to right field. Roundy Solis and Orlando King come around to score, as it's now a commanding 6-0 lead for the Milwaukee Brewers. So at that point of the ballgame, like, it's over, right? The offense showing no life. It just looks absolutely dead after coming. Of course, typical Phillies way. You come out and you score 12 runs, have a 12-0 defeat over the Milwaukee Brewers, and you follow that up with losing 10-0. I mean, it's just so Phillies. So meanwhile, the offense is doing nothing. And like I said before, excellent job, Ramon Rosso, right? I mean, he was the one that allowed that to 2 RBI single to Colton Wong. Now we pick it up in the bottom 7th inning. Avisaíl Garcia hits his 25th home run of the season on a fly ball to left center field. A 2-run shot. That also scores Christian Yelich, and it's now 8-0 Milwaukee. So at this point, it's just laughable, right? So Cam Brodesian, a guy that I was giving a lot of credit to, fortunately did surrender that home run. So it turns out I was wrong about him, I guess. Then the bottom of the 8th inning, Eduardo Escobar, kind of a weird play, right? I mean, it was a great job by Bryce Harper, right? Daniel Vogelbach Coming off of first base, I think he thought that ball was probably going to get caught. Harper lets it drop right in front of him, and Harper throws to second to get the force. So excellent job right there from Bryce Harper. Very good throw to Freddie Galvis. And then Lorenzo King comes around to score on that. As it's now a 9-0 Brewers lead. And, Daniel Vogelbach was hanging his head up in the air. I'm like, dude, like, you're winning 9-0. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are you complaining? Then same inning, Christian Yelich stays hot off of NL De Los Santos, right? Wouldn't it be, have the makings of the Phillies off if De Los Santos wasn't in, right? I mean, this guy just continues to just be a disaster. As Christian Yelich doubles off of him on a short ground ball the other way to left field. And Eduardo Escobar comes around to scores. It's now 10-0 Brewers. I'm tired of Christian Yelich beating us. He always seems to have our number, especially back in the Marlins days. So that's your final score, 10-0. That's embarrassing to have the game we had, the first game of the series on Monday, and follow up with this. I mean, that's embarrassing. And JT Muto gets to start at first base and bats leadoff. Which was kind of unusual. He didn't really do anything. He was hit with a lead on spot. Gene Segura collects one hit. He continues to just see time in the two-hole. But honestly, he has not been that same player since the second half of the season. I mean, you just can't deny that. And Bryce Harper with that single, also drawing a walk. OPS stays at the 1,000 mark, now batting 3-1 on the year. Andrew McCutchen. Why are we batting Andrew McCutchen cleanup? You all know I love Andrew McCutchen. I love his swagger. I love his personality. But another guy who's just hasn't been that same player since coming off of that IL in mid-August, right? I mean, he just hasn't been that same guy. So it's just I don't understand why we continue to bet this guy up on the ladder, especially cleanup. And Matt Freeland continues to just do great things, right? Another hit last night for him. Anybody got a hit this night, you got to talk about. We only got 5 hits last night, ladies and gentlemen. 5. It's just pathetic. After we had the performance we had in the game 1 of this series, where we collected 16 hits, we followed that up with a 5-hit shutout performance. That's just embarrassing. I hate getting shut out like that. And Ron Torres also collecting a knock as Rafael Marchand has been cold back behind the plate. I was giving this guy a lot of credit before. He hasn't really done anything since that series in Washington. He gets to start behind home plate last night and goes to Travis Gronkowski. Where are the Gronkowski haters? Comes off the bench and gets another hit. Right? I'm not saying this guy's anything special, but a 7-6 OPS off the bench for a guy that comes off the bench a lot as a part-time player isn't bad at all. That's not bad at all. For a part-time player to have a 7-6 OPS, that's not bad at all. So stop hating on this guy so much. And I just think that he had a really bad impression on the Phillies. Like, that base running play against the Nationals in early June. I mean, that was bad. I will say that. That was pretty bad. Aaron Nola had 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, and 3 were earned. Didn't walk a batter and struck out 6. So that was the weird thing, right? He did strike out 6. So his stuff, looked good on, those 6 strikeouts. It did. That stuff just kind of seems irrelevant to me. It gets back with a lower loss now, 7-8 on the year. Yes, this wasn't the worst start I've ever seen, but it's one of those things. If he just come off the start, if you having like a Cy Young season, just came off the start and went 8+, struck out 10+, stuff was, just absolutely dominant. Had this kind of start, be like, hey, he didn't pitch terrible, but this is just a common theme for him. That's what really bothers me. It's just the things that he's done this year have just kind of led me up to this point. Like, I'm just sick of this. Like, I'm tired of the inconsistencies. He's pitching like a number 4 at best. This guy is just pitching like a number 4, and I'm just tired of it. Roman, so awesome job, right? He doesn't even collect 3 outs. He can't even collect 3 outs. Gets smacked with 3 earned. Excellent job, Ramon Rosso. Also walks 2. He's just a disaster, right? Walking in the run with the bases loaded. I talk about every single time how much I hate that. And Cam Brodesian, also a guy that didn't look good last night. None of these guys look good last night. Alan Dios Santos, of course. When does he ever look good? You're bringing in a guy that has a 5.74 ERA. This guy is terrible. I can't remember one time that first of all, I had confidence in him coming out. How in the world could I have confidence since he's just so terrible? One time that he actually did a good job. That's how bad the guy is. He's terrible. And Cam Brodesian also not very good. So you play a first place Milwaukee Brewers team. And you have this kind of performance, right, in the second game of the series. Of course, in the first game, totally different story, right? You shut out your opponent 12-0. But of course, the typical Phillies way, right? You have this kind of performance. So is that surprising? Is that surprising? No, it is not surprising. So this has just been the Phillies all year, right? I mean, I knew it. I said we won 12-0 the other day. I didn't really say it, but I'm thinking like, oh, I bet we'll probably go out the next game and score like, 1-run tops and collect like, 7 hits at best and like probably like lose, and that's what happened. That's what happened. So it's just so predictable. This team is so predictable. I'm gonna start the inconsistencies, ladies and gentlemen. As the Braves win last night, as they are now 2.5 games up on us. Right, so the Mets fortunately did win last night as well, as they're now just 4 back. But the Mets, man, they have had an easy schedule. I'm tired of the Mets just playing these easy teams. Luckily, they go back home to face the Yankees on Friday, so hopefully the Yankees can take care of business against them, right, to try to finish them out. And, Pete Alonso, I mean, great job, right? Second fastest to 100 career home runs. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I can't stand the Mets. You all know that. I mean, I really am not a fan of Alonso at all, but that's an accomplishment, right? He's a power hitter. He doesn't hit for our average, but he, can definitely hit the ball at the ballpark, and you can't take it away from him. You hate the Mets. You cannot like Pete Alonso, which both of them I feel. I don't like, the Mets or Pete Alonso, but, you have to, be objective. You have to take off your glasses. Your Phillies glasses, and just look at it from an objective point of view, and give credit as credit's due. I mean, he's a power hitter, and that's not easy to do. And Alec Bohm, right? I mean, we haven't heard much of him. I think it's important to discuss that unfortunately he's been battling a little injury down there, right, in AAA, and he's missed about a week, and it doesn't look like he's going to be coming back up to the big leagues to finish out this season. So seems like next time we're going to be seeing Alec Bohm is in 2022. And how about Dave Dombrowski? I never talked about this. How about him saying that the reason why Alec Bohm got sent down is because of his offense? I mean, is David Dombrowski smart? I think that's a legit question you have to ask. Is he smart? He was literally hitting 300 from the point of July 1st up until the point he got sent down. And he's worried about his offense? Now, let me just say, I mean, overall this year, he was not very good. We all know that. But to say that he was sent down because of his offense, that's the silliest thing I've ever heard. I mean, are you kidding me, Dave Dombrowski? I mean, that's just, it happened probably about a week and a half ago. I completely forgot to talk about it. I mean, he should have been sent down for his defense. If he would have sent down, I'm like, yeah, I agree. That's why he was sent down. But, if you really feel that way, then say he was sent down because of his bad defense. I can't stand these false pretenses. I can't stand it. It's just like they've done it to us all year. With these injuries, it's just like not really accurate information. I mean, and if he's really honest about saying that he was sent down because of his offense, I mean, is he crazy? I mean, I'm not just gonna say the guy was hitting 400s since July 1st. I mean, 300 average. That's not bad. Of course, you got to go take a look at the OBP. The OBP was higher than it was at the beginning of the season, from that that point of July 1st to when he got sent down. Yes, the reason I sit down is because it was bad defense. I mean, that is why. I don't want to hear any other excuses. I don't want to hear any other reasons. We all know the reason why he was sent down. So I just don't like that. I think I've kind of made that clear. I don't like it. I don't like it. So 7:40, the first pitch tonight, the finale, as we look to take the series in the rubber match. Kyle Gibson, who's coming off of a really bad start, needs to bounce back. 10-6 with a 3.30 ERA, going against Peralta 9-4 with a 2.70 ERA. So tonight is going to be it for the Brewers. Right, our last time we will be seeing these guys until 2022, and then we go back home and face the Colorado Rockies. I'll be going there on September 11th on Saturday. So guys, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please show your bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove, Instagram, TikTok, for our Instagram. Call or text 267-225-3392. Email me, PhilliesHouseOf@gmail.com. So guys, thank you for watching Gibson Peralta tonight. I am Luke, and I'll talk to you later. Let's go, Phils. I'll see you guys.